Welcome back, everyone. In World War II, after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Pacific was suddenly up for grabs between the U.S. and Japan, and one tiny island was the key to victory. That island was Midway. Jason's live in Yakima tonight, of course, but he recorded his thoughts on the historical film in this week's View on Film.
Thanks, Carissa. Well, growing up in the 1970s, there was a new film about World War II about every other month. Nowadays, they are few and far between. Today, we get a dramatization of one of the most famous battles in the Pacific, Midway. In this one, a stunned America is trying to recover after the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, and the commanders turn to a man who predicted the Pearl Harbor attack, which fell on deaf ears. Can his team of intelligence in the Navy figure out how to turn the tide in a battle for supremacy? Boy, I'll tell you what, this movie is what you'd call old school. It isn't bad, but it really isn't that good either. It's a hearkening of older movies that try to draw you in on the human experience with some, well, misguided melodrama. I would have preferred, and I think audiences are more savvy for it, on the mechanics of the intelligence that was gathered on the impending attack and how that came to be. Instead, we get to see things that we've seen a million times before. The special effects are okay, but it's been obviously done with computers. It's more Star Wars than an actual battle. It is good to be reminded of history, and the film does treat both sides of the conflict with respect, but Midway doesn't really add anything that hasn't been seen in better movies. That's your View on Film.